If you've seen any of my YouTube videos from my main channel, then you already know that I have a playlist on cruising. Cruising the woods, the beach, the gym, tips and tricks to help you pull it off. But finding those cruising spots is not always an easy task. Today, we're talking to a man whose job it is to make sure your cruising life is successful and fulfilling. I'm Patrick Marano, and this is Queerly Us. Joining me today is my friend Andrew Nolan, the recently appointed head of dating businesses over at squirt.org. Andrew, welcome to Queerly Us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. This is very exciting.
Yes, well, no, thanks for agreeing to it. We literally just met each other last month,
Yes, yes. Yes, it's November. Yes, in October we met.
right?
Indeed.
At the NABA conference, the North American Bathhouse Association conference, which I've talked about, and on my other channel, I did a video on.
Indeed.
It was a pleasure to meet you there.
It was.
How was that your first time there?
No, this was my second, third conference for the Bathhouse conference.
So
It's
you
a
love it.
oh I'm a lifer. No, it's amazing just getting all of these businesses from around. I mean, the name says North American Bathhouse Association, but really
True.
they do pull more bathhouses than just the North American ones.
Good point.
And it really is an amazing couple of days talking about all things bathhouses. And there's just so many issues that all of them face, but also it's a great conversation about how we can lift each other up and work together.
Absolutely. And so obviously we're going to get into Squirt and how it works and what it does and stuff like that. But so the connection between Squirt and the bathhouses is what exactly? Can you explain?
So I think our philosophy is really that Squirt.org, it can't host. We're a platform.
Mm,
We can't host, but the bathhouses can, and I think that there is a really good partnership there, in that some of our members also can't host, and so they're looking for places to go, and the bathhouse is a natural fit. Some of our members don't feel comfortable, traveling and hooking up with someone else at someone else's
mm,
house. So,
sure.
again, the bathhouses are a natural partner there, which I think that there's some great synergy there.
It's a match made in heaven.
It is indeed.
So I'll see you next year then.
If you're going, I will be there. I will
I
be there
hope
with
so.
bells on.
Chris told me I was going, so
Fantastic. I will.
I'm going to count on that.
We will
So
definitely be there then.
why don't you take us back? Why don't you introduce us a little bit to like who you are? Who is Andrew? What was little Andrew like? Where did you grow up? What were your likes? What were your interests? And what brought you here?
Fantastic. Well, you might have heard a small accent.
Small, small,
A
tiny.
small, tiny, tiny. I,
Yep.
uh, I do like to think that I sound exactly the same as you, but people tell me that I have a little bit of an accent. I born and raised in Australia, and I lived there until I was 20 something, and then I moved to the UK, and lived and worked in the UK for 10 years.
Uh-huh.
And so I have and then of course I've moved to Canada now. So I have a little bit of a messed up accent. Some words come out very Australian, some very British. I don't think anything comes out Canadian yet,
Oh.
but maybe. And I've been here with Squirt.org for now the last 8 years, and
Mm.
recently promoted into a new role. Um, and that's me in a nutshell.
Did you in London, did you work at squirt.uk?
I
No.
did
That's
not.
not a thing. So what were you
It's
doing in London?
it's not a thing. It's uh, I, I guess in Australia and in the UK, I worked
Yeah.
for publishing, specifically children's publishing.
Okay.
Anything from babies up until sort of teenagers. Uh, Marketing and selling kids books, for a publisher or a number of different publishers. So I have definitely had a huge career change, moving to
Huge.
Canada.
Well,
Huge.
I'm so wait, the book would be so there would be an author, an illustrator, probably they write, they make the book, they give the book to you, and then you make sure that it gets out there.
Yeah, to the retailers, to the end consumer, absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Yes. So
Do you
yeah,
have any of those books at home? Do you read them sometimes in bed?
I you know I have some favorites. I have some authors that I particularly liked working with that I have kept hold of their books
Really?
and I don't necessarily read them any longer, but no, no,
Well, my friend had a baby, so maybe you can give me
there you
some suggestions. I'll email you later and you can
go.
give me some good suggestions.
I have lots of suggestions.
How do you take such a left turn? What happened to you? Because listen, I've always been this way. So, what happened to you that you were on one very different path and then
Yeah, you know what? I think that you say you've always been this way. I think I've always been this way as well. I think I've always been incredibly sex positive my entire life, and outside of my career in children's publishing, it very much was cruising, bathhouses, nightclubs, all of those things, and moving to Canada, it really there was a sense of wanting to work, I guess, closer with the community and to try and give back. And to that end, you know, I moved into the gay village here in Toronto, and I sort of started to embody that sort of life. A recruitment agent reached out to me at one stage and said that they were interested in me interviewing for a position, and I sort of did a double take and I said, are you sure they've looked at my resume?
well, that's the thing. I mean,
I come from children's books,
hello.
yeah, we went through an interview process, and then I came back for a second interview where I had to present a number of ideas, and they loved the ideas and thought that I was a great fit. So here I am.
I wonder if somebody who knew you secretly went to them and said, "This guy would be perfect. Ignore the resume, ignore the CV." Or,
All
but
those
those skills, well, those skills come in handy with what you're doing, obviously, right?
Yes, yes, hopefully, and hopefully all those guys in the dark room will speak positively. No, no, I'm just.
Obviously, well, hopefully they don't speak at all. What?
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously you're a sex positive person. What is your favorite uh, cruising location? Do you prefer bathhouses? Do you prefer parks? Are you a parking lot person? Will I find you in the woods?
I'm. Oh dear, favorite.
Are you at the mall in the bathroom?
No, no. Generally, I'm probably a bathhouse or a park kind of
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
But wherever the mood strikes,
Mm-hmm.
uh, you know, there's been occasions for parking lots and other things. It's you
Yep.
know,
There's always an occasion.
there's
Listen,
always an occasion. There's
you,
always an
you think people are like, I don't understand you. How do you like da da da? Keep it, open your eyes. It's everywhere.
It is everywhere. It is everywhere, and I think that it's everywhere in a way that's somewhat somewhat hidden from the people that don't want to see it, but
Yeah.
it's completely out there for everyone else, and I love it. I think it's great.
I get a lot of people saying, to my cruising videos, their comments are, "Oh, you're going to get arrested," or, "This is bad, the cops," and, front page news and all of this stuff. And there was actually a case where they put a camera in a bathroom, and there was two guys going at it in the bathroom, and every time the door would open and somebody would come in, they would part. You know this story?
I don't know.
Oh, every time the door would open and somebody would come in, they would separate like
Okay.
that. So they had this video evidence and they brought it to people and lawyers and all of these things, and they said they didn't have a case because obviously their intention, though they were in a public space, their intention was not to offend anybody or
That's right.
involve anybody else. Every time somebody came in, they were like, oh, 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 like this, right? So It's
Yes, yes.
interesting, these weird little gray areas.
It is, and I'm certainly not a legal expert, and certainly none of my advices would stand up. But a lot of the laws around, certainly North America, are written in such a way that, yes, it might be illegal in some areas, but there is a gray area where, and it's certainly something that we tell our members as well. It's,
Right.
be considerate, but be aware of your environment.
Hmm.
Um, you know, and you look at the cruising listings on squirt.org. There are various restrictions to the cruising listings that are allowed to go up. It can't.
Mm.
It can't be in a children's playground, as an example, or there can't be a school close
Mm.
by. There
Right.
are certain things that we want to make sure that our members and the guys that enjoy cruising,
Yeah.
you know, uh, uh, are being sensible and enjoying themselves.
Yeah. No, for sure. That was a great segue. Let's talk about Squirt. So
Yes.
maybe there's somebody watching, they don't even know what it is. So why don't you explain what is it? What does it do? Who uses it? What is the purpose? Tell
No,
us all about
indeed.
it.
Thank you. No, that's a great opportunity to tell you about Squirt.
Hmm.
So we've been around for 25 years,
Oh,
and
wow.
it is sort of an unapologetically sexual hookup and cruising website. We're mobile optimized. When you log in, you're going to see explicit pictures of guys looking to hook up. And because of the explicit nature, really we find, certainly when we do focus groups of our own members and other members, other parts of the community, um, we find that we get consistently ranked as one of the sites where you can hook up the fastest.
Mm.
There is there's no messing around. We are straight to the point. They're all, on the site really looking for a hookup.
Hmm.
They're not looking for a date or, Mr. Right, or maybe they're looking for Mr. Right now,
Yeah.
but not Mr. Right.
And it could turn into a Mr. Right. Who knows?
Absolutely. I have,
Yes.
I go to Folsom Street Fair and International Mr. Leather every year, and inevitably there is at least one, if not a couple of people that come up to the booth and tell me that they met the love of their life, or their husband, or their
Aw.
boyfriend on Squirt, and it's fantastic.
So cute.
I love it. I love it.
Why not?
But you also asked about who uses the site. So
Hmm.
we've got a couple of different guys that use the site. We've got the guys that are looking to hook up, just as you know, I'm horny. I want to go to someone's house, or I want someone to come to me. We've got the guys that like the thrill of cruising. So there's obviously quite an extensive cruising listing
Hmm.
section on the site, and then we've also got videos and erotic stories and message boards. So we've got guys that are coming to really have a sort of a connection to the part of the community
Hmm.
that might either write or comment on stories, or record videos, or whatever.
So, what I really like is the cruising section is all geolocation. Locate. How do you
Yes.
geo?
Yes.
So it knows where you are, and it's showing you the closest ones that are to you.
Indeed, and it's showing. It can show you the ones that are closest to you. It can show you the ones that have had the most comments recently. You can mark ones as your favorite.
Oh.
I have a few that I've marked as my favorite, and you can get notified when people are in the area, or have commented on that cruising listing. And I
Yeah.
think the sort of key thing for us is that the cruising listings are all member generated. It's not a team of people here
All right.
trolling the world, or
Right, right. Oh, I
looking
thought
for
that was your job. Don't you just Isn't that what you
uh,
do? No?
listen, I might occasionally check out the cruising listings,
Right.
but
Just
I'm
want to
not
make sure it's legit.
I
Like you
just
want
100%
Yeah.
research
Yes,
purposes.
of course. Quality
Um,
control.
qual- quality control indeed. But it's all member submitted content. So
Mm.
if there is sex or cruising happening in a certain location, then
Yeah.
let's tell the rest of our members
That's right.
about it.
There's a picture. Who takes the picture? Is it users?
Yes, the members
Oh,
take the pictures as well and upload that.
wow.
So
They are involved.
they are involved, and I tell you what, and without necessarily doing a huge plug,
Yeah.
the there is rewards for members that submit cruising listings. They get
Oh.
free time on the site and etc.
Oh.
We have some members, the free time is 5 days here, 5 days, 10 days here, etc. We have some members that have free time up until 2040, 2050. They are absolutely committed to the site and they love it.
Well, wait, explain free time because it's free to use the site, right?
Oh, it's a freemium product, so you can use the site for free, and we've got lots of members that have done so for many, many years.
Yeah.
You have additional benefits.
So explain the benefits then.
You get to see a certain amount of members every day, and once you've hit your limit,
Oh,
either
right.
wait for the following day
Uh-huh.
or you upgrade. That all that goes away when you start to contribute content to the site, and we reward that, and we reward members for helping us moderate the site as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So when you create a profile, you have pictures, you talk about yourself, you share as
Yeah.
much as you want, I guess, as much as or as little as you
share
want,
as much as you want,
right?
and interestingly, in 2015, we launched in the Netherlands. I mean, it's a website, so it's available everywhere. But in terms of sort of
Yeah.
going,
You're jumping ahead. These are all of my questions. It's like you're reading my mind. Andrew, we're like in sync. Go on. Tell me about the Netherlands.
No. It was just a small anecdote about the Netherlands.
No, please
I
go.
will let you ask your question in a
You're
second.
doing my job for me. What am I even doing here? Okay.
But when we launched in the Netherlands,
Ah,
we really hadn't given a whole lot of information about the style of profile that people should create.
okay.
And instantly we saw that people were uploading naked pictures, and they really got the concept of Squirt. They really got the unapologetically sexual nature of the site. And yes, you put your regular profile pieces in there, your stats,
Yeah.
put your photos up, but you can also put up your videos as well, and that's
Oh, that's right.
that I
There's
guess
videos. That's nice.
yes, it's a key selling point. You
Sure.
certainly you can see someone in your neighborhood that
Mm-hmm.
that you like the look of, based
Mm-hmm.
on their profile photo. You go into their
Mm-hmm.
profile, you can also see them in action,
Yeah.
either solo or with someone else or with multiple other people.
You know what's nice about that is the authenticity of it, because a photo can be doctored, and a lot of times are, especially on the other apps and stuff. You just don't know. It's a photo from 10 years ago. It's a photoshopped, everything. They have no, it's just pupils and nostrils and just like
Yes.
you don't see anything. With a video, it's
Yes.
more, I think you can't do that as much. So it's more like what you see
You
is what you get.
Yes, I'm sure that there's probably some fake videos out there. But in the main, it is much more difficult to fake the video, and
Mm,
I think for our members that are looking for, that quick, dirty, get off fast
yeah.
mentality, seeing what you're going to get before you rock up at someone's place or before they
Yeah.
rock up at your place, is exceptionally appealing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
For sure. Actually, I feel like when I've been on Squirt, the pictures seem a lot more real. Of course, I didn't meet everybody. I'm trying to, but I haven't yet. But they seem a lot more real than maybe the other sites. That's just me. I don't
Yes.
know. They seem like just more real people. I don't know.
I think they are. I think they are more real, and certainly, again, going back to the focus groups and the research that we do, of our own members or guys in the community, we do get that feedback as well. They are, the photos online are, for mostly recent, and then they're
Yeah.
certainly accurate, and
They just look like raw and real photos of
so
a guy who just took a picture. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Versus a really stylized Instagram model kind of photo where you're like, is that real even? Like, why does it look so good? Why
Yeah.
is this a professional photo shoot? Like, I don't, you know?
No, absolutely. And to that end, we do get quite a number of queries from our members on how to take the best dick pics and how to take
Oh,
the best pics of their hole or their sex toys or whatever.
ah,
It's
that's nice.
we of course, and we help them out with some advice
Well, can
on.
you give us some tips now? What is a good tip for the best dick pic?
Oh well, look, it comes down to lighting.
Uh-huh.
You also want to show off what the size of it.
Yeah.
You see these photos on the internet or on Twitter, or at least I do anyway. Of guys that have taken photos of their penis next to a can of drink or a
Yeah.
remote control
Yeah,
or
yeah. A
something
Red Bull or something. Yeah.
a Red Bull. And it's about lighting. It's about showing off your junk. And to be
Yeah.
honest, a lot of guys, in the not just Squirt members, but in the community, they're also worried about the size and am I big
Right.
enough,
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's something out there for everyone. Just
Totally. Yeah.
just embrace it,
Yeah.
and own it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do you suggest hard or soft? Because I feel like I personally like a soft penis, but then there's a little voice in the back of my head, which is completely stupid, but that says, oh, but what if they don't get hard ever? But I'm so versatile, it's okay. Like it doesn't matter. But you know what I mean?
Well, you know what? I
People are
don't
obsessed with
don't
it.
think we've had those questions actually, but that's a very
You're
interesting one.
welcome.
I,
Yeah.
I think hard is good. Hard
Yeah.
is good.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know what? I think thinking back on the photos that I've seen, there are a lot of soft penises there as well.
Yeah.
Uh,
I like a nice
and
soft penis. It's more
look,
natural. It's just kind of hanging around, you know?
they're just all penises are gorgeous.
Yeah, they're oh well, says the sex positive man. So we'll see you in the bushes later.
Yes, yes.
um, what about holes? Holes are tough. How do you take a picture of a hole?
Oh, Oh, look, it's all about either either a ring light or which boom boom, no
Yeah,
no pun intended.
yeah.
Or inviting that special someone over to help photograph
To
you.
help you out. Yeah, definitely. Or if you have a little tripod and a timer, you
Uh,
know.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And show off your assets.
Yes.
Boom boom, pun
Boom,
intended
boom,
there.
boom. So you were talking about the Netherlands. Well, first of all, I'm not surprised. Aren't they all like whores over there?
Uh,
The
Look,
Dutch, right? Oh my
those
God.
Euro- those
Oh,
Europeans,
geez, Louise.
I'm just gonna lump everyone
All
together.
of them. Just put them
All of
all. That's what we do at Queerly Us. We just generalize entire populations,
absolutely.
entire continents.
Yeah.
So then, how widely spread is squirt? Which is
Oh,
was going to be my question that you kind of stole earlier, but I'm circling
uh,
back to now.
well, surprise, surprise, we're in the Netherlands.
Yes. Okay.
Um, no, again, it's a website, so it's available everywhere in the world.
Hmm.
It's the site is only in English, so it really is the English.
Ah. Okay.
Um, Having said that, of course, we've got quite a lot of members in Quebec. So we've got members who
Hmm.
have French on the site, and obviously in the Netherlands, a large percentage of the population speak and use English in their day to day. But we have a lot of Dutch on the site as well. So, um,
Hmm. As long as you
but
can speak English, you can use it
yes,
or
absolutely.
understand enough.
No, indeed. So our
Yeah.
biggest markets are really Canada and US, Australia and New Zealand, UK, Ireland, and then of course the Netherlands, which we launched in a few years back. So
Hmm.
yeah,
So, but if you've been around for 25 years, it was a website before,
yes,
right?
and still is a website. It's a
Still
mobile
is.
optimized website. The app world as it is today, somewhat frowns on dick and whole pictures on the grid.
Oh,
Um,
that's right.
so we're not an
Yeah.
app today, but I guess watch this space. We'll see what the next years bring for Squirt.
Ah, so is that the main reason it's not an app? Is because all the dicks and stuff, it's not app friendly?
Oh, look, I think our USP is really the sort of that unapologetically sexual nature.
Yeah.
Logging in, finding guys to hook up with, incredibly quickly. And I think to date that has really been our sort of our key message. And that doesn't necessarily play well in an app environment. But never say never.
That's true because I know Sniffies is another one that does, it's the same thing. They don't have an app because of the same reason.
Indeed,
Yeah.
indeed.
Yeah. So then how do other ones get away with it, like Grinder and whatnot?
Well, they nothing is public. So they I believe I believe.
Oh, yeah. What's the secret? Tell us. What is it? What are they
No,
doing, those shady
no,
bastards?
no. I would I obviously working for Squirt. I only ever use Squirt.
No, obviously, but just let's
Obviously.
just hypothesize.
But I've heard from friends that
Yeah.
yes, only PG photos are in the grid. Obviously, you can have a private album and share your private album, and
Mm,
that's fine. But certainly that's a one-to-one relationship rather than a one-to-many. And having something in the grid would be seen
mm.
as one-to-many, and everyone
Oh,
would be able to see that.
because like a child could get the app and then just be looking at all these pictures,
I guess technically, yes.
I guess.
The App Store has
Is-
a number of regulations around, age appropriateness and making sure that it's put into the right categories, etc. So
Mm,
yes,
okay.
hopefully they're stopping children from downloading it.
Well, yeah, my goodness. So let's talk about your recent promotion.
Yes,
Congratulations.
thank you, thank you.
So what were you before? Marketing?
So I was marketing and sales director,
Okay. Well, that
and
sounds extremely important.
it's very important, very important.
It does as the director word. I mean, like,
Yes, yes. And now I'm head of dating businesses, and really, it's a realignment in terms. So I guess to take a step back,
yeah,
Squirt Dog has a parent company, Pink Triangle Press, and
that's
Pink
right.
Triangle Press has a number of different businesses. We have sort of an advocacy arm. We have an LGBTQ 2S plus online magazine. We have a travel newsletter, and of course we have squirt.org. So
Mm-hmm.
this change is really just a realignment of the business to say my previous role was looking at the entire business as marketing and sales director, and really to ensure that we continue to grow and to put the sort of the focus on Squirt, which is our
Bread
sort
and
of
butter.
bread and butter, our shining light.
Yeah.
This
The
is
jewel in the crown.
the jewel in the ground. Indeed, we've got to come up with some more puns,
Yeah, yeah, please.
but just really to give it some focus, to give my role some focus on Squirt.
Mm.
So, and to take us to the next level. Watch this space again.
Yeah. Well, so head of dating businesses, but the
Yes.
dating business is Squirt, yes? Is there more than
Yes.
one business?
So at the moment it's Squirt, the site. We
Mm-hmm.
also have Squirt Studios, which is last or
Oh,
this
that's right.
year a few months ago.
Yeah.
I launched a new porn studio called Squirt
Ooh.
Studios. It has been a wild journey.
Yeah.
We've been working with some amazing names, and really producing some amazing content. And it's
Yeah.
about creating a bit of an ecosystem for us. So we have guys that are interested in the porn side. We have guys that are interested in the hookup and cruising side, and sort of melding those things together.
Mm.
Um, and the filming of the porn also gets us other things. So we have, obviously, you talked at the top of the meeting about our relationship with bathhouses. The bathhouses all have porn playing in their bathhouses, so this
They
gives
do?
uh,
No.
again.
I've
So
never
so
noticed
I've heard
that.
from a
Yeah,
friend.
that's right.
So this gets us
Interesting.
in the door there as well, because
Yeah.
now we've got content for their screens. And very shortly we're about to launch Squirt store, so our members will be able to get their lubes and sex toys and all
Like
sorts of
squirt
things.
lube and stuff like that.
Indeed. We've for years we've had Squirt jock straps and swimwear and
Yeah.
fans, cum rags and all sorts of things.
Yeah. It
But
makes sense to
generally,
have lube.
yeah, indeed. And we have in the past just given those products away as sort of promotional items, but
Ah.
we give them away in such small quantities, and we always get asked from our members, where can I buy them? And I have to say, if you don't have a Squirt jockstrap, I have to send you one.
Oh,
They are
please do.
the most comfortable jockstrap.
Really?
And seriously,
Oh, nice. I do need a new one. I haven't
it's
had a
been
new one in a while.
fantastic.
Okay. So the porn that you're filming, the Squirt Studios, do you have a location for that, or do you film in different locations?
We
You have like a
mostly
studio?
No, we mostly film in Los Angeles. We
Ah,
have a director down there that has worked for a number of different studios, and has been in the business for a number of years.
ah,
So he takes care of the filming, either in LA or sometimes we piggyback on other shoots that are happening in Palm Springs or in Vegas, but really down that area of the world.
oh, gotcha. And then where can people go and see
So at the moment,
these?
it is on Just for Fans, so Just for Fans /squirt_studios,
Oh,
and it's we've got some amazing content there. We've filmed porn a number of times over the years, so we've got some dating back, sort of 15 years, some dating back 10 years, some
yeah.
5, and then now we've got a huge swathe of content that we have filmed in the last couple of months. And with big names, Tony Genius and Matthew Fagata and Sumner and Bruce Jones, and they're just these are guys that are sort of in the world of porn. They're winning awards. They're so
Yeah.
of their game, and we're so incredibly happy to be working with them. So
Yeah, why not, right? Work with the best if you're going to do it. We only have a couple more minutes here, but I wanted to ask you, what is next for Squirt? Is there anything you can tell? Is there anything new coming up? I don't know, besides the porn? I mean, that sounds pretty current and new.
The porn is definitely new, and the store is coming
Oh, the
very
store.
soon.
Yes. Where can we find the store?
So keep your eye open for that, and I
Okay.
think that there's going to be opportunities for us to feature some of the things from the store in the porn and vice versa. So
Of course.
the nice tie-over opportunities there as well. In terms of what's next, it's probably a little too early to say, but
Oh,
there is some exciting things on the horizon. We're in the process of updating a number of the parts of the site itself. So we have had for a number of years a mobile optimized site,
yeah.
but we are we're redoing our grids, we're redoing our cruising section. It's the prototypes and the mock-ups that I've seen, just second to none. They look amazing,
Oh
and
my
the team have
gosh.
done an amazing job on that. But there is more news, but
Of
that'll
course,
have to be
top secret.
that'll have to be podcast number 2.
Oh,
So
oh my goodness. So keep your eyes on this space, right?
that's right. That's right.
Andrew, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Yeah, that's great. Everybody, go to squirt.org and use it today. Trust me. I will see the rest of you in the next episode of Queerly Us.